Look, it's not medium. It's not hot. It's super spicy. We're going bold takes today. Here we go. Yo! What's up, everybody? A week before football. Here we go. I cannot... Fuck, it's not a week. This is dropping on Tuesday. Motherfucker. Oh, I hate recording these farther out than I want to. Here we go, everybody. This is Too Much Fantasy Football. It's Brian, it's Brennen, and we've got hot takes coming at you today. A few predictions, but of course, we're going over the top because, drafts are done. We're in the books. We're ready to roll. We've got kickoff in just 2 days. How you doing today, man?
Doing pretty good. Love arguing over Travis Hunter to start the season.
Yeah, those defensive touchdowns are just coming in. There's no way you can have that legal on your fantasy site, right?
I know, right? Because it's only plus 500 for him to get one defensive touchdown this year. So everyone is in a panic that he's just going to get this cheat code. If anybody, cover your ears, Brian. When you play fantasy baseball, Ohtani is typically 101. They're viewing him as he would be this 101 pick, and it's does no one just read? If he would get 2 pick sixes, I would legitimately be shocked. One, maybe I can kind of see it, but 2, I'd be okay, all right, Dion.
And I completely agree with the people that are in the camp of they don't want the IDP settings turned on. Yeah, he shouldn't be getting credit for interceptions and
totally
tackles and stuff like that. But when we allow those players to get 6 points when they score a special teams touchdown, return a punt, I think that's just. I keep that on. I think that's fun to add those extra touchdowns. So why would you not have defensive touchdowns too?
Yeah, I don't get it. It's when Antonio Brown was returning, punt returns, and then the Steelers got a touchdown for it. So it's it's the same logic. If you freaking out over the Jaguars, mind you, the Jaguars defense getting 6 points and he getting 6 points. If you want to start the Jags defense all year long, be my guest. It'll work out for you. I promise.
Yeah, at least 2, maybe 3 weeks. It'll work out for you.
Yeah.
So today we do have hot takes. Of course, we're coming in here with our bold predictions for the season. Just some of those things that we've been really leaning into during the summer, but we couldn't really say out loud. This is that episode. This is the episode that we can come out full crazy. We go too much. It's kind of on brand for us here with the Too Much Fantasy Football. Really any news jumping out at you? Nothing crazy. I know we've had several things happen over the last few days, but folks, we've been so nose deep into the drafts though.
Rashee Rice is officially suspended for 6 games.
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, so he's officially suspended for 6 games, which, granted, the Chiefs' first 4 games were a gauntlet. It was Chargers, Eagles, I think Ravens were in there too. So, kind of plays their advantage, maybe doesn't. Are you still taking where he's going?
Yes and no. The nice thing is, I think the 6 games is freaking people out. Absolutely tormenting him. Oh my gosh, there's 6 games he's missing. Then he's missing, the bye week. So by week 11, he's only actually even playing 4 games. It's cool. It's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with taking Rashee Rice, who is, you and I both had him on a per game basis. You call him a wide receiver 1, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you're getting him right now. He's going on average at wide receiver 24. He kept falling in my drafts. I don't mind taking him at wide receiver 24, 26, 28, 30.
Yeah, if you punt at wide receiver, I would definitely be all right, because in one of my leagues, I was really close to taking him because Marvin Harrison's my wide receiver 1, and it kind of just makes me feel a little ants in my pants there about that. So I definitely was going to take him on the back turn, but that was before I know the suspension. We got taken right before that. So yeah, if you have punted on wide receiver where you kind of have these fringy wide receiver, Garrett Wilson is your wide receiver 1, I would kind of lean on the Rashee Rice pick just because of the uncertainty.
Yeah, I completely agree. There were several drafts where I was getting just past the wide receiver 12, so I'm getting a bunch of that, JSN, the Terry McLaurins, the Garrett Wilsons, the Marvs, the DJ Moores, the Devontae Adams. These guys need a little boost, a little kickstand because they have variables attached to them. I think all those players I mentioned could finish, high up there, but
absolutely,
they also have a decent chance of disappointing you. So having somebody who can continue to excel. Look, he tore his ACL last year, so the fact that he's sitting out 6 games, it's only going to improve the ability of making sure that he's not rusty when he comes out there in week 7. So Rashee Rice, I'm still down to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And then the other set of news is that Adam Thielen, old man Wrinkles, is going back to Minnesota.
Got his Viking helmet. Is that how they do it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Skull. Let's go
skull.
Vikings. What? Oh, so we've got Addison missing the first couple games here. I think that's great for JJ McCarthy. Gives him a little security blanket outside of the greatest receiver out there, in Jefferson. You also have Hawkinson out there. What does this kind of do for you as far as week one? Is this just improve JJ McCarthy, or do you actually think he's going to eat into the other two?
I mean, it's still like we're unsure of what JJ McCarthy is. Like we've only seen it in preseason, so until we see like the tape, like I'm starting JJ. I mean, you're starting TJ because you probably took him as like your tight end six. Like Thielen's like such like if you're in a deep league, like 16-man league, I'll start him. But like I have like in a 12-man league, there's just so many other flex options I'd rather start. Like Dylan Sampson, I'd rather start. I'd rather start a lot of these like just ambiguous backfields like Jalen Warren, just all these guys. I'm just not sure. It's not like that Thielen doesn't know the playbook because he's played in this playbook before. It's just a matter of like I just don't know what's going to happen, and like I think it's just a wait and see, and then you're only going to get them for what you see this like great spike, and then Jordan Addison comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. As far as like fantasy, I'm not drafting him anywhere. Best ball, I've got a decent share to him, so we'll see how that plays out. Anything else you got on the news docket before we get into these?
I mean, Jalen Coker to the moon though. Cokeheads, we're back.
It looks like it. Yeah, with him going out of there, we have Hunter Renfro gone. So it's Leggett. It is the rookie Tet McMillan and then Coker. So
And,
I got a thing for Chatavian Sanders there as well. But it does seem like Coker is going to have an ample opportunity to carve out a regular role in this offense.
and he just said the GM just said he's gonna play in the slot this year. So good for him. I think he's good. I think he should be drafted up a lot of boards going into full point PPR leagues.
Yeah, DFS lineups, he's going to be a great tournament play as well.
Yeah. And then the last thing I see here is that, well, Jalen Wright had surgery and could be back September-ish via the words of McDaniel.
September-ish, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well,
Ollie, Ollie,
that's
Ollie.
yeah.
Oi,
Ollie
oi,
Gordon
oi.
should
Yeah.
be. I mean, he's gonna. Is he flexing or is he flexible for you here in week one?
No, their offensive line is so bad. Like we just don't know what they're gonna do. Like it's Devon Achane until I see it. Like you're taking Ollie Gordon as like your 14th round pick, just kind of like
Yeah.
you're waiting and seeing.
And also, he's what would be a great handcuff as well. If something happens with Devon Achane, we know he's dealing with some injuries there. So if something happens to our guy there, then it's gonna be a lot better for him.
Last bit of news here,
Last
I
bit,
just
what
want
do
to
we
point out is Jaden Reed has a Jones fracture in his left foot. So that is oh boy, Matthew Golden to the moon.
Golden.
Yeah, dude. Or Romeo Dobbs.
In full PPR, I do think Romeo Dobbs. You should be sniffing that direction with Jaden Reed out of there. He did absolutely absorb targets last year. Romeo Dobbs did, and we've seen him. I think he's had multiple touchdown games. So I think that he could be someone we're looking at until Golden fully acclimates to the pace of the NFL.
Let's just be honest. It's Josh Jacobs the entire way through and through for this team.
And Tucker Kraft in the end zone. Come on,
yeah.
give me
I
that
mean,
level.
one or the other, but it just really just seems like Josh Jacobs is just going to have another season, and you're going to get him in the late second, and it's a steal.
Mm-hmm. There goes Jordan Love hopes. Let's go ahead and take that bold prediction off the board.
Yeah, dude. Crazy. You and I were pounding the table. They should have traded for Tyree, Chris Olave, just somebody.
Yeah, really anybody. I mean, why not Vele at this point?
I mean, well, are you going to offer a 4th-round pick for a 27-year-old rookie?
It's either that or you offer up a 5th-round pick for a 42-year-old wide receiver in Adam Thielen. Like, come on. George Pickens
I genuinely
is
think I'd
like
rather
a
have Thielen for
right
one
now.
season.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like
100%. All right, folks, get the match lit. There we go. That's what we're looking
there you
for.
go. I'm proud
Fire
of you.
takes. Here we go. Look, we eventually found it. We got there, folks. That's all we need. A little gasoline's out there. It's bound to burn. So, Brennan, go ahead and give me your first. Folks, I really don't know how we have this organized, whether it's by heat skill, whether it's by position. Someone's got a few more than me, so we're just going to start tossing stuff out in the fire and watching it burn. Go ahead and give me that first.
Yeah, I'll start with the running backs for me. I'll start on like a level 1 of heat. I'll do mild, like mild, medium, and then we'll work our way up. Like what's the wing flavored, mild, medium, and like
Spicy.
spicy? Sure.
Oh.
My mild take is Swift, DeAndre Swift, Isaiah Pacheco, and Tony Pollard will all be a top 20 back this year. I think with H News breaking out more and more, I think people are way behind on Pacheco than they should be. DeAndre Swift has the whole backfield to himself, and then Pollard now with the news of why am I drawing a blank on his name? Tajay Spears, thank you. Going to the IR. Like I think these guys are all in really good spots, and this is that ambiguous backfield, and all three of them are going to pan out for you very well.
I found myself getting Pollard in like 2 of my last 3 drafts here right before the closing of these drafts, and I was so surprised. I'm like, I have to click it. I need a running back. I need that second RB, and he feels so locked in, at least for those first 4 weeks. And if he's anything like he was last year, this is gonna be more consistent than I ever imagined. So that's it's got some spice to it,
a little bit,
but I think it's all tangible. I think it's all feasible.
Yeah.
Alrighty, my first one, folks. It shouldn't be a surprise here. I've been yammering about the guy for what, months now. If he gets hurt, my teams are screwed. I can't stop clicking Waddle on my drafts. My exposure is way higher than I wanted. I really got out of control. But when you got a hot take like this one, it's kind of hard to walk away from it. I have that Tyreek Hill will finish below Jalen Waddle this year, and Jalen Waddle will finish as a top 16 wide receiver. It's hard to ignore. You know, with the amount of vacated targets we had from Jonnu Smith, most of those vacated targets usually go to the running back. The running back, he's a little banged up possibly, and he already had an unreal amount of targets. So I don't see that going up that much higher. If Tyreek Hill there really is an issue with the health, I think Jalen Waddle should absolutely crush this year.
You're not worried? I just got a report from Mike McDaniel. Everything looks great for Tyreek Hill playing week 1.
Yeah, that's what I'd say too. When my butt's as hot as that take is.
Yeah, no, I like the take. I think I definitely could see Waddle having more receptions. I don't know. I can see Tyreek Hill still having those big plays
for sure.
But in full point PPR, I think I think Jalen Waddle does outscore Tyreek Hill. I think that is a pretty big possibility.
And we could also see them finish 16 and 18. Like, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. If you're not in the camp that, Tyreek's not dust yet, maybe he's not. But I think Jalen Waddle he's entering in his prime of his career.
Yeah. All right. Well, my medium take for the running back position is Dylan Sampson is going to be a top 24 back this year. I think with the Judkins news still not signed, I don't know when he's going to sign. I think there is a suspension when he does get signed. For me, like
of college back with him again,
like that's Mike Florio though. Like that's just that dude just likes to throw things in the wall and hope it sticks.
That's where speculation.
Yeah. It is a possibility. Yes, that is truly a possibility. But I mean, let's not forget Dylan Sampson was all SEC player. He had like 20 touchdowns with the Tennessee. He was that team. If you just go watch the tape, he's no slack. I get it. Judkins, Ohio State had the more camera light on them. They have a lot more talent on their team, but Tennessee wasn't far behind in talent, and Dylan Sampson was talented. He was taken at the very top of the 4th round pick, so he's still a top 100 player on a lot of people's boards. I just, with him missing time possibly, he's going to be the first crack at it, and let's just say he just has good run. Like, are you going to really take him off the field? And he's been doing good. Like, I'm gambling on Sampson just to be productive. And Jerome Ford is not even a thought for me, to be honest with you, just because they wanted to cut him.
Well, in reports I've seen, the Browns are still kicking the tires on other running backs, which tells me they don't think they're going to have Judkins anytime soon, and they're not fully complete with this backfield. So I'm right there with you. I think if you're shooting for upside into this backfield, it's going to be Sampson over Jerome Ford 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I just worry how many game scripts put them in a position where he's getting 15 plus touches. Because if he's not getting work through the air, that's what really scares me about him, because he needs goal line work at that point. But if this offense is good behind Flacco,
yeah, I think a lot of people are just like, oh, the Browns are going to suck. Like, I think Flacco is going to will this team after 8 or 9 games. They'll be 3-6, maybe their defense is still really good. Like, you got to remember, they have Myles Garrett on that line. They still have a really good cornerback in Denzel Ward. Like, they still have key pieces there. It's not like
got
they're
a top
lacking.
4 tackle.
Yeah,
they added to
Mason
the
Graham,
list,
like,
or top 6, whatever it was.
like, again, like when people are saying like the Giants are going to suck, I'm like, I think you guys need to really like look at the paper, look at the roster again, because like these teams do have, like, if you're going to count them out already, like, I think you'd be kind of surprised. This is the NFL. Like, everyone thought the Bengals would steamroll the Patriots week 1. So,
And we consistently, I don't remember the stat off the top of my head, but I think it's two divisions every year have a 4th place team that climbs to the top. So I think that people forget that. You go chalk across the board with your predictions and your division winners, and chaos ensues. It always happens, whether it be through injury or we just didn't see it coming, or both.
yep.
Alrighty, my next one is, all right, spice is turning up a little bit. I'm going to top shelf of the spicy. It's getting there. I have multiple running backs. Multiple rookie running backs outscoring Ashton Genty this year. I've got 4 finishing in the top 16. Kind of like a hot sauce plus is what we're doing here. Double hot take. I'm not saying Genty's going to be bad, but could we not see a world where Hampton just comes out here and wrecks shop? Henderson catches more balls than we've ever seen before. You're just talking about Samson possibly being up there. And then R.J. Harvey. We know he is on an offense that loves to throw the ball to the running back. Spicy.
That is really spicy. The only way I can see this happening is Genty misses time.
It happens every year.
That does happen. But is your prediction based off him injury, or are you based off the other guys just being better for the season?
Other guys having more intriguing situations. Henderson is on a 8.5, 9.5 projected win team. The Chargers are supposed to be a very good team. I think that the Harvey, he's also playing for a very good team. Genty also has to play against 2 of those teams I just talked about. So it's, he is 5'8". We've talked about that. He's a little bit smaller. I'm not really playing into injury. He'll probably miss his average 1.5, 2.5 games that running backs usually miss a year. But I just think that these other guys have great situations. And what if Genty finishes 12? You're really that disappointed? No, but I could see Henderson sneaking into that top 12, and maybe Hampton doing the same thing.
I think you'd be pretty disappointed if Genty goes 12, because you're taking him as like the RB7. So yeah,
you are. I'm not.
I have actually yet to take Genty in any redraft leagues yet, so I'm not in that boat yet.
I am 18 of 20 drafts in the Rocket, and I don't have any Genty at all. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, so I'm not there just yet. So.
Okay, give me that next one. Who you got?
All right. My hottest take from the running backs is Braylon Allen will be more fantasy relevant than Breece Hall in the second half of the season.
Not injury either, right? This is just...
I think the Jets as a franchise are in this weird conundrum of, like, they're really hoping for checks notes Justin Fields to be a good quarterback. I don't see it happening. I think the defense is going to be carrying this team a lot more than people realize. And the coach likes Braylon Allen. Like, I don't know if you guys heard him talk. He very, very much likes Braylon Allen. I think he's going to be on the field more. Breece Hall is entering a contract year. They're in this spot where they could possibly move him to another team, and they want to roll with Braylon Allen future-wise. Like, I could just see Braylon Allen just getting a little bit more run than people realize and being a little more effective, because Breece Hall wasn't – the only thing that's keeping Breece Hall alive is his receptions.
Yeah.
Like, that's truly it.
And that is, like, he is the best pass catcher in that backfield of those guys. So I think that kind of helps him keep up there. But, folks, you don't remember him coming out of school. Last summer we talked quite a bit about Braylon Allen just being this behemoth of a running back, just kind of like a Derrick Henry light. He's only 21 years old going into the season as well. So even if some of those metrics we saw kind of hoped they could have been a little bit better from last year, he can still improve upon it. Like, he hasn't actually entered his prime of his running back career. He's still got another year or two. So Braylon Allen, really excited for the prospect of it. But come on, Breece. I have you on too many dynasty leagues. I need some production or a trade. Maybe a trade, folks. Can we get that taken care of? Maybe go to the Bears? Cut Swift?
No.
Yeah, just cut it.
Too much Swift stock. No. Too much.
Too much. I like it. I'm good. Is this really spicy? Is it really spicy? I think right now at draft season, people would call it spicy. But when you really get down to the numbers, it's not as spicy as you think. I want to talk quarterbacks here for a second. And I want to say that 6 of the top 12 quarterbacks that are being drafted by ADP right now will not follow in the top 12 by the end of the season. We have too many guys that I like that are going outside of that. It doesn't make sense. You know, the Jared Goffs, the Baker Mayfields I could see fall out. The like I love Dak. I love what we can get from, you know, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Trevor Lawrence. Let me segue this into my next one. I got Trevor Lawrence as a top 6 finish as my spicy take.
That is a spicy take. I think 6 is like you're saying half. I think I like the reach of it. Like Jared Goff, yeah, I can definitely see some regression where he's like QB 13 or outside of it. Sure, Baker's like I can kind of see it where I think he
Half
might
his
be
boys are hurt
fringe.
right now.
Yeah, I could see it being fringe. So like I'm okay with that.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, sure, the regression could happen because the defense is really good. So like I see where all the mindsets play. Like Patrick Mahomes wasn't QB 12 or better until like week 9 last year. We're not sure what they're going to be this year because of Rashee Rice suspension. It could take a while. So it's a spicy take, but it's not as spicy as like it sounds, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, when you really break it down to it, a lot of these guys will be a dozen points could separate 7 of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, all in all, but I think it's more just when you look at the draft capital you've spent on these top 12 guys in the draft compared to
I think,
the
yeah.
rest of them. That's kind of
I
the
think
point
you
I'm
like a
making.
lot of the back half guys. You like Dak a lot more than most. I mean, I do like Dak too. Like you like JJ, you like well before this Jordan Love, like just those guys that like, you know, there's a little bit of like a unknown upside we haven't seen or we have seen before.
I can see us streaming some Penix and Young really hard this season. You know, if those offenses really
Yes,
get to humming.
I agree with that. Speaking of quarterbacks, I'll do a little combo wombo for mine. So
Ooh,
I think Hurts is
Wombo.
going to finish as QB1. I think the Eagles are going to be a big pass heavy team. And then my behind that is Caleb Williams will be a top 5 quarterback. I think Ben Johnson, you can call him. It's sort of like the guy Kevin O'Connell. I think Ben Johnson's right there with him, being a QB whisperer and kind of figuring it out. I think what I saw in the preseason, what I've seen, and just making everything simplified, getting him a ton of weapons. I think this and the offensive line looks good. I think Caleb Williams will be a top 5 quarterback this year.
Look, my boldish like rankings of him was having him up there at like 8ish. I really liked that at 5. That is I need a faster version of that.
Yeah,
That
I was going to
is
say.
spicy at 5. I love it. I love the boldness. I love everything that lines up for it to set up. I just don't have my money to. I haven't put enough money in on that actually happening. But
Oh, I got enough money on it in best ball, brother. Let me tell you.
shoo, man, there's so many questionable pieces that I look at there, so I kind of pulled out. But I love the take. Love
All
the
right.
take.
You want a tinfoil hat one?
Do I ever?
Jackson Dart will be the fantasy playoff league winner this year.
Oh wow.
I'm
Spicy. He is doing that on the back of his feet because he has Malik Neighbors and nothing else to throw to. Rushing quarterback, though, coming out of nowhere at the end of the season. Is it really unheard of, though? I don't think so, folks.
I mean, like, let's just why it's tinfoil hat is like Dable coached Josh Allen at one of his best seasons. Dable has a guy who can mimic Josh Allen. He very much lowers his shoulder. He doesn't slide. He's very accurate. He's got a good arm. I definitely think that you could see Jackson Dart being kind of like a league winner near that playoff time because I think you and I are both under the assumption that Russell Wilson will not start all 17 games. There's just no way, especially with the GM on the hottest of hot seats and also Dable being right there. I think if we had to rank like hot seats, like where's Dable at for you out of all the coaches? I think McDaniel and you and I have McDaniel 1. Yeah.
Yeah, McDaniel, Steichen, Zach Taylor.
The guy from Arizona, I think he's on a hot seat.
Yeah.
And then I think Dable's right there. You can
Dable's
interchange the
definitely in my top
Arizona.
5.
Yeah. So.
And then Eagles head coach, who is he?
Oh,
See, I don't even care about his name that much.
I hate him. So it doesn't even matter. He's not even a good coach.
Yeah.
So I don't even care.
No, he's not. He's always on my hot seat though. Him and Zach Taylor both until I get their jobs.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm coming for it. For the fantasy, it would be the Commanders, the Vikings, and the Raiders in the championship game for Jackson Dart. The Vikings won the semifinals might make you pucker a little bit, but outside of
a lot
that,
of blitzing.
very doable.
Hey, remember the last time that remember Josh Allen's breakout game? Do you remember what it was?
The Vikings.
It was the Vikings. They were a 14-point underdog, and the Bills going to Minnesota, and they beat them.
Dang.
Yeah. That's some real tinfoil hat conspiracy.
There we go. Drop my hat, but it's there, folks. It's there. Alrighty. Who do I have? All right, I've got two left here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go after the geriatrics on this one. Go after the old Bucks. I've got three guys here. Three guys going in the top 20 at wide receiver ADP. And I've got all of them busting on us. Why? Because that age cliff, it showed up. They were running. These guys are fast. We know them for that range. They finally found that cliff. And it just went down. I've got Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, and Devontae Adams hitting that age cliff and disappointing you for their fantasy seasons this year.
I can see 2 of 3. I can't see all 3. I think Tyreek Hill's the oblivious obvious. Mike Evans is like that.
Look,
if he doesn't get the 1,000 yards, everyone's going to call him a bust, which is just so stupid to me. Like,
no shade to Mike Evans. Love the guy. He's done some greatness. But if everybody didn't get hurt last year and Baker didn't throw it down his throat, he would not have hit that milestone. Like, it just wouldn't have happened. And I just worried at 32 years of age. Look, folks, I recently hit the age point of 32 years. I know what it feels like. Not a superstar athlete. Get it. There might be a slight difference in the diet, maybe between him and me. Not necessarily me and DK Metcalf, though. But Mike Evans, man, I'm telling you, it just feels like it's going to let you disappoint. Maybe not. Maybe not. But there are just so many ways that this could go wrong, and you're spending the price. Like, do you really see him? What do you think is a higher possibility? Him finishing above wide receiver or 12 or higher, or 20 or below?
Mike Evans?
Yeah.
20 or below. I think that's just more of the possibility.
It 100% feels like you're buying it. You bought it.
But I would say it for all 3 of them, though. I'd say it for all 3 of them. But like, I think out of the 3, Devontae Adams, I think really it's not because of the age cliff. It'll be because of Stafford. If Stafford plays all the games, I can't say like that Devontae Adams will be a bust. He's not the Allen Robinson. He's not. He's got a unique skill set that he's really good at, and he'll be a good red zone target.
Funny enough, he's the one I feel most secure in too, and he's the cheapest one of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have that extra baked in of the Stafford, and that I think that's probably why his ADP finished where it did.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, what else you got?
All right, I got a layup here. I think Cortland Sutton's going to repeat as a top 12 receiver, and Tet McMillan will be in the top 15 this year. So that's my mild take.
I really like the Tet McMillan call. I think with them clearing out some of those extra target absorbing pieces, he can be just that.
Mm-hmm.
So Tet at top 50. I think top 12 is spicy and still something worth top 12. Let's say top 14. Top 12 just seems so like, you know.
Yeah, my next take is I'll say the other one, but like my next tape is that Waddle, Adunze, and Pearsall will all be top 20 fantasy wide receivers.
Hey, folks at home and the 2 of us, we are walking away with some money if that one happens because those 3 names have been just planted in this show. I really. Who do you think who finishes the highest of those 3 in this scenario?
Like with the highest ceiling, I think it's Odunze.
Odunze.
I think Odunze overtakes
Waddle,
DJ Moore. Yeah, I think that's how it works out.
I think Waddle might have the highest ceiling, but it's merely because of like there's so many more mouths to feed in the other 2 offenses over Waddle with Miami.
I think, yeah. And then my spicy takes, it's going to really upset the fantasy community, but Emeka Egbuka is going to disappoint you.
Ooh, like skills or just from ADP?
I just think ADP. So why everyone in your home leagues, Emeka Egbuka is not going where he's going right now. I've done 12 drafts. He has gone above ADP every single time. And it's not by just like 1 or 2 picks. It's by a round or 2.
Multiple rounds.
Honestly, it's multiple rounds.
Yes. He's a guy you can't predict. I'm taking him in a lot of 14, 16 man leagues just because you can really reach, especially on the turn. So I've grabbed him early too, but it's because I know how quick he goes off the board.
Like I have him like around 700 yards, like 4 or 5 touchdowns. Like
that's a disappointment.
And that's a disappointment though. But like honestly, but for a rookie wide receiver, it's really good. Like I get it. He's a first round pick. You're expecting this like Malik Neighbors type. It's just not going to happen. Like the only way that happens truly though is if Mike Evans gets injured, and that is it. Because after Mike Evans gets injured, Chris Godwin's a shell of himself. Like it's going to be a very different offense.
And we have their breakout from last year. It was a neck injury.
Yeah, but he's out in IR for 8 games. Like that's really the only way is that he's the only guy out there.
Alrighty,
I know that hurts. That does hurt.
It does. It really does. I don't like it. Let's move to tight ends. They're a position that they're known to hurt us. But I want to talk about a guy I don't think is going to hurt. Look, over the last 8 years, we're consistently getting a guy with an ADP below tight end 20. Somewhere just out there floating. Not even drafted in these redraft leagues. So you know what? We're calling that shot. We're going to pick him this year. We were pretty close to picking him last year. Kind of. I actually looked at my Johnny Smith exposures last year in best ball. I had way more than I ever guessed. I don't know why I didn't try and flex that more last year.
Yeah, I had to admit it to you. I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, actually, I had kind of a Johnny Smith.
Yeah, when you're getting him as the 20th pick, it's
yeah.
I had a lot of him and Zach Ertz. But this year, I'm going a little different. I thought it was going to be Burton Strange was going to be my guy, but the recent trade for Tim Patrick, they do have a couple guys, just enough where it's more targets than I want to see, especially with the running game being there. So I'm pivoting a bit. I'm going to go to tight end 30. I'm going to go to a team. Yeah, they just cut Hunter Renfrow. They just traded Adam Thielen. Give me Jatavian Sanders to give us a top 5 finish this year. That's bold and spicy. Bold and spicy, but outside of top 3, you really can't say much. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, we'll go tight end 8. But give me a top 5 finish from Jatavian Sanders this year.
That's conservative. That's
what, top 8?
Yeah,
absolutely. Anything past 5 or 6 is just anybody can finish up there. The who's who finishes up there in the top 12.
Where do you think he finishes this year? Like, if not the spicy take, just if you, where do you think you have
projected tight end 8 this year?
Can I bet you the over? Because
you think he's going to finish higher?
No, I think he'll finish like maybe tight end 15.
Oh, that's gross. I don't want that.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So for my tight end predictions here, I'll combine the two. I think Tyler Warren's going to be a top 5 pick. I call the homer. I mean, don't care. I think he's just so talented, man. It's so hard when you watch the preseason games and he's just like literally open. And then here's one that's going to make Brian really upset. Kyle Pitts is going to be a top 10 tight end this year.
See, it's not going to make me upset. You're just not allowed to say it. This is my take. I will take the Kyle Pitts in the top.
So much fun.
No, whatever. Kyle Pitts, no. He's going to get traded to the Colts, and he's going to murk up the Warren factory. That's what's going to happen.
Gross. No, I think this is it for him, for Kyle Pitts. Like, if he doesn't do well, it's on his last year of his rookie deal. It's not going to really matter. He won't be fantasy relevant ever again. But I'm calling my shot. I think Kyle Pitts has a top 10 season. That's not saying much. I'm just saying he'll be fantasy relevant.
Oh, yeah, he finished his 15 last year is where he was. It's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, as a number 4 overall pick, it's really bad.
So was K-Dot in fantasy relevant last year?
By the definition of it, yes, but not by playing him week to week.
Yeah, so like he was tight end 13. Pat Freiermuth was not fantasy relevant as far as like he's a streamer, but like not fantasy relevant. He was tight end 10.
Mm-hmm.
So like, all right, maybe 5's a bit, maybe 8 still is spicy, but tight end 10 just doesn't feel that spicy as far as like where these guys go. Zach Ertz finished up here. Johnny Smith finished up in the top here. Tucker Kraft. Most of these guys that finished in the top 12 last year, you weren't banking on as a.
I said it was a mild take.
Yeah. Let me see. You
want my spicy take for the tight ends?
Yeah, give me that spicy one.
TJ Hawkins is going to be a bust. He'll finish outside the top 15, 20.
That's spicy. Without injury, I don't see it happening outside of the top 15.
Even with injury, even without injury, I still see it happening.
Outside of the top 12, I can see that. But
No,
yeah, outside of the, like we said, Kyle Pitts was still tight end 15 last year, despite being
he's
horrible.
I just think one, I get it. JJ's not a rookie quarterback, but it's his first season throwing the football in a regular
Youngest
season
starting
game.
quarterback this year.
They don't really go to tight ends. He's got arguably the greatest receiver right now. If you want to say Jamar Chase, that's fine. I'm not going to debate you.
I will.
Okay. Jordan Addison. And then he's got old man Thielen back, who, what did Bryce Young do? Just throw to Thielen the entire time because Thielen's really good at running routes. He's the Keenan Allen-esque of that.
Thielen or Leggett?
Again, he was really good at running routes and getting open in those soft spaces. I get it. TJ Hawkinson can do that. I just tight end 6, like honestly, I feel more comfortable taking TJ Hawkinson as like tight end 12. Like genuinely, like I have zero exposure. Not zero. I have like a 2% exposure, but nothing. I
have little to none, and it was mainly based off the fact of the Jordan Addison suspension because I thought he could get me off to a decently hot start.
Yes.
But that's kind of went away with the Adam Thielen trade. So there we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's do a few quick predictions. We're going to go through the divisions and then our Super Bowl winners. AFC North, who's the winner?
Ravens.
Okay. Yep. AFC South.
I have the Jags.
I was going to say the Jags, too. I was going to say the Colts and get really cute with it. I think it's going to be a three-way tie. I think it's going to come down to the final.
I honestly think that would you be shocked if the Titans win it?
No.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
I could see all four of us being.
I could see all four of us just being 8 and 9 at the end of the year, and just like the Week 18 game going to the playoffs for some team. Yeah,
I really thought that was where we're going to be different because the rest of these might be chalk. East, Bills.
Yeah.
West, Chiefs.
Yeah, I have the Chiefs too. I thought you were going to be different there, though. To be honest,
I thought about it, but I was like, I just don't feel. It feels yuck.
I'm not betting against Mahomes. I'm sorry, folks. Like you bet against Mahomes, you're losing record. So I'm not doing that.
North.
NFC?
Yep.
This is where I'm different. I have the Bears.
I got the Vikings.
I think they'll be the worst one.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
Let me go to the South. Let's go with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, it's Bucks. I think the Falcons will be the closest to giving the run for their money. Panthers will be either the Panthers or the Falcons actually could give a run for their money.
As per usual, this one will probably be last week as well.
Yes.
Almost want to do Falcons, mix it up. East, I can't do it. I got to do the Eagles.
Yeah, it's the Eagles, man. It's you. That team is just so top heavy, like it's crazy on both sides of the ball.
Too young, too great.
Yeah.
You can't go away from it because my Super Bowl pick kind of bummed me out too. NFC West, let's go.
I could see I'm about to say I could see the Cowboys being like a really good team, like being 10-7, but it's just not enough. Like the Eagles could be 13-4 at the worst.
I've got more faith in the Commanders than the Cowboys.
Or yeah, that's what I'm saying. Way. Like I like such an anomaly pick. The Commanders I could see not just like being 10-7 too. So
to be fair, we have not had a repeater in the NFC East in like 15 years. So Eagles is a bad pick.
Super hot take. It's going to happen this year. So there you go.
NFC West, I got Niners.
I'll say Rams. I think if Stafford plays all 17 games, it's Rams. So I can't go off of injury. I'm going to go because I think the Rams are a really good team.
I like it. Yeah. Super Bowl. Who do you have over who do you have? I'll say my winners are the Ravens.
I really want it to be like the Ravens or Bills, but I think the Eagles from the NFC, again, I think they're just too top heavy. And then I'll say it's a repeat. Say it's Chiefs again.
See, I can't do it. Like if I was putting money down, sure, Chiefs over Eagles. I'll do that. Get the rematch, grudge match coming back. But I'm going Ravens over Rams. Ravens over Rams. Rams almost took it from the Eagles last year. Almost got into that final game.
A very fun game. A very fun Super Bowl will be Bills Commanders. That would be a very fun one. What?
I think the Bills would wreck the Commanders.
Oh, I don't think it'd be. After watching Jaden play, like I don't think so, dude. Like
I'm still hesitant on the Commanders team as a whole. Sometimes rookies can take a team above a little higher than they actually are. So that's what I'm worried that like they might have a few games this year where we just find them with their pants around their ankles, and like that thing's smaller than we thought.
I think Commanders made some good moves to where they're a little bit better than last year.
Yeah, they brought in Debo. Cool.
It's not even Debo. Like
They cut their starting running back for a 7th rounder.
he was bad. Like all the metric numbers were bad. So it wasn't like a.
Austin Eckler is in his 30s, though. They have no depth. I guess that's my thing. You really think you're going to make a Super Bowl run with Bill?
Play the Bill.
Oh, man.
Play the Bill soundbite.
You have full access. That's what we
did
last time.
It's still. That's why. I think Bill is the better anomaly there.
Oh, man. She's not going to turn it off. We're just going to run Bill the rest of the
Oh, God. Nightmare.
Oh, man. Yeah, fun. I'm going Ravens over Rams. Just why not? Why not?
Who's your MVP?
Ooh, MVP. Well, Travis Hunter, of course. He's going to be scoring like 5 defensive touchdowns.
Everyone's going to freak out in fantasy.
Give me Bijan, because I refuse to put a quarterback as my MVP.
They need a quarterback award, but it's Lamar for me.
Boo. No, Lamar can't win it this year. His stats last year were better than 2 years ago when he did win it. So it's almost impossible for him never to win it again.
He's the Nikolai Jokic. He's the Joker of this league because he should have won it the year when Embiid won it for the NBA for those folks. But then he wins the finals finally, and now everyone's like, oh yeah, you should have probably won it. It's like, oh, you don't say.
Jeez, yeah, stupid quarterbacks, man.
Yeah, they do need a separate award for quarterbacks because like MVP, I think is giving it to the quarterback every single year is just so annoying.
Yeah, we get it. The team's not good without a quarterback, but that's due to structuring of the team, not because of play.
Yes, yeah, most important position, no duh.
Alrighty, folks, that is going to wrap it up. That's the last of our preseason content. It's done. It's done. It's wrapped it up.
I'm so
Send
excited.
it away. So coming up every week, Monday, we will be coming at you with a recap episode. Tuesdays, we've got waiver wire for you. Thursday, we will be doing our PTI style show. We'll be going through every single matchup there on that Thursday episode. And then Friday, of course, it's betting Friday. We'll be doing DFS, props, talking, just discussing, cutting it up with a little betting action for you. Look for us on all the socials, all that fun stuff. Come on over to our YouTube channel as well, Too Much Fantasy Football, where you see the rest of our content, as well as over here on Fantasy Football Advice Network. There we go. Got it. Brennen, where you at? Where can people find you?
I am on X at Too Much BMulk.
And I am at @Too_Brian on X, at Too Much Brian everywhere else. Folks, that's all we got for you. We're getting out of here.
All right. Deuces.
Later.